guys, today I have this funny book for you, named Tuffis Ride with the Schwebebahn. That's unique. She fell in this river. Papa. Okay, let's read. Tuffis Ride with the Schwebebahn. That's unique. In the summer of 1950, colorful circus caravans moved through Wuppertal to Bahnhof the Karnevalplatz. There, the huge tent was arranged. The whole circus troupe helped. Clowns, acrobats, fire eaters, magicians, and even the circus director Franz Althoff himself. But the animal tamers had other things to do, because this circus had as many animals as half a zoo would have. Even elephants performed in the circus ring. First of all, the animals had to be fed after the long journey. The young elephant Tuffi was so hungry that her stomach was growling already. It was high time for fresh hay and a bucket of water. Whenever the rolling circuses stopped over in a city, many people admired the animals from all over the world and afterwards bought tickets for the circus performance. The director often came up with something crazy to attract even more spectators. In Wuppertal, he announced, "It's unique! A circus elephant takes a ride with the world's famous Schwebebahn." Well, wasn't that amazing advertising? But could an elephant really squash in the Schwebebahn? Adult elephants? Surely not. They were far too big and heavy. That's why Tuffi was selected, the youngest and smallest female elephant of the herd. The time had come on 21st of July. Franz and some circus people strolled with Tuffi to the station Alter Markt. There, a huge crowd already waited for the first elephant to dare a ride with the world's famous Schwebebahn. Whoever takes a ride with the train needs a ticket. Only small children travel free. Tuffi indeed was an elephant child, but certainly needed more space than an adult. That's why Franz bought 5 tickets at the counter for an elephant to ride second class. As Tuffi walked up the steps to the platform, her elephant bottom wobbled. At this moment, Director Franz was wondering whether this bottom was too big for the train door, but Tuffi succeeded and jammed herself into wagon number 13. Circus people, photographers, newsmen, and other passengers followed. Chock-full, the train started to hover along and accelerated. Franz sensed that his small elephant was scared by the swinging train. It was terribly cramped, and the people who came closer and closer frightened her. Suddenly the train squealed around a curve. Tuffi skidded to the back wall and stamped herself against it in panic with all her might. A loud crash! And the wall was no more, and horror of horrors, no more elephant either! It took ages for the Schwebebahn to stop at the station Adlerbrücke. Instantly, Franz ran to the shore of the river Wupper and looked for Tuffi. Hopefully his poor elephant child survived this fall. But there she was, with all 4 legs in the water. Tuffi was elephantastical lucky. Franz and Tuffi walked back to the circus. After all, Tuffi was jolly well fed up with her ride with the Schwebebahn. The incredible story of the elephant jump was quickly spread about, first in Wuppertal, then all over the world. In every city, the spectators came in flocks to see Tuffi, and the circus shows were completely sold out. And this was exactly what director Franz had wished before. However, for this promotional idea of Tuffy and the Schwebebahn, he had to pay a heavy fine later. Tickets or no tickets, an elephant does not belong in the Schwebebahn, and that's why it's still true to say, this was unique! Did you enjoy this story? And Tuffy is still famous in Wuppertal. That's why I'm drinking right now a Tuffy milk. Bye!